Hey everyone, welcome to this cheeky flick-through review of White Dwarf 460. So this is quite a cool issue. I already know, I've had a flick through it already, and I can say there's going to be lots of Sons of Behemat in here, and a really cool Index Astartes written by Aaron Dembski-Bowden, who has got his own chapter that he writes his Black Library novels about. We'll get into that more later, but let's start the review. So it's not really a review, it's going to be a flick through of the magazine. So let's have a little look. So as you can see, this is a subscriber issue, and with the subscriber issues you get wraparound cover art. They just end up on the shelf, you don't really get to see it. It's is it a bragging right? Is it a nice... Yeah, it's all right, it is what it is. I think I prefer freebies on the front cover personally. You got your editorial here. Contents. So we can see there's contact, where you get letters and pictures and stuff like that from readers. Worlds of Warhammer. Got the Warhammer 40,000 Flashpoint, which is a new one this month. So starting, it looks like it's all about Death Guard. Damon Pedley checks out, we look at his Army of the Month, which is Death Watch, and it's absolutely phenomenal. I'd highly recommend checking that out. Well, you're going to see it in this as well, but definitely, he's all over Twitter as well, so check him out on Twitter. Yeah, there's lots here. Paint splatter. This is the Emperor Spears. As you can see here, Aaron Dembski-Bowden. Emperor Spears, painting guides. There's a war host from Studio Army Painter of the Emperor Spears. Tale of Four Warlords is back, so that's the first instalment of this new season. Then we got Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Rules of Engagement, looks at the rules for Sons of Behemat. Then you've got the designer's notes. You've got the Mega Gargant, paint splatter Mega Gargant. Battle report is Ogre Moor Tribes versus Sons of Behemat. A Brawl for All Seasons. Warhammer Age of Sigmar. You've got the Mega Brawl mini game where you can fight with up to 4 Gargants, I think it is, Mega Gargants, or possibly more. Underworld's Glory Points is back. Blood Bowl, Adeptus Titanicus. Yeah, there's Black Library news, and there's the first part of a new 6-part novel to read in here. So they've just finished this is a battle novel, so they're starting a new one. So lots of firsts in here. So if you get in, it's a great issue to grab to get into. If you want to get back into White Dwarf, it looks like 460 will give you Flashpoint at the start, Tale of Four Warlords at the start, the new Black Library at the start. So pretty good. Contact. You might see some of your miniatures here. See if I recognise anyone's names. What about on this page? Oh, that's lovely. Definitely model of the month, that one. Look at that. Lovely cold colours. Base is beautiful as well. Really good. Cool. Anyway, this is incredible. When I first saw this, I thought it was Titanicus, but it's not. They're Forge World models. Worlds of Warhammer, an article by Jordan Green. What delves into the background, blah, blah, blah. So this is talking about god beasts, which is pretty epic. Here you can see Sigmar attacking Behemat, which is awesome. So yeah, another god beast there. So that'd be an interesting read. Here you can see some Emperor Spears. Here's the Flashpoint. Flashpoint's interesting. This is like kind of like an in-depth. It's like if you took the timeline out of a codex and picked one tiny little part of the timeline, this would be what they'd delve into that and really give it some like high detail and lots of sub stories and little transcripts and quotes and stuff like that, and some art. But there is a but with this. Whilst it's all impressive, and if you're into your lore, it's fantastic. If you're into miniatures like me, where are the models? The first month they did this, a few issues back, it was something like 38 pages without a single model on there. And I know White Dwarf is all about all parts of the hobby, but at the core of that is the miniatures. So if they could just make this, because this is all art from, this isn't specific to the campaign. So to grab my attention, I'd love to see some little conversions, or there's a series Dan Harden did where they focused on planets. So they would have how to base your models, how those models might be armoured or camouflaged and stuff like that. Maybe something like that would be good for this as well, you know, just to paint, no pun intended, a picture, you know. But if you're into just reading the lore and getting some extra kind of rules to play your games, then yeah, it's all right. I mean, personally, I think it's lacking, but the lore they write is phenomenal. It's world class. It's brilliant. It's just, I think it needs that core heart and soul of the hobby, which is painting miniatures. Here we go. So this is Damon Pedley, who is a fantastic painter, who I follow on Twitter actually. So I've seen a few of these already, and they're just phenomenal. And this is his gaming army. He takes this to campaign weekends. It's incredibly high level stuff, like really high level. It's beautifully blended, glazed, freehand icons, sculpting, just, it's a beauty to look at. So yeah, I definitely recommend getting this magazine on that. That is a fantastic thing. Here's the Index Astartes, about the Emperor Spears. Index Astartes goes back to like the early 2000s. They've had, they did the original chapters and all that type of thing. And then I think it was last year or the year before, they touched, the year before, they were touching upon, they were redoing Index Astartes with a slight Primaris twist. And now they're delving into more obscure ones. But they also do Index Xenos and stuff like that. So it's a great series. Like, once again, this delves into all the things. But here we go. We've got some painted models in amongst the lore. So, yeah, that's cool. This is awesome. It's an amazing piece of artwork. That is fantastic. I think that's the cover art for the non-subscribers. So the subscribers got Sons of Behemat, and non-subscribers got that. It almost makes you want to go out and buy that in the shops just to get the other artwork, because that is awesome. Yeah, so there's more lore, and then you've got a codex supplement with the rules, paint splatter. Paint splatter is interesting. So they show you how to do like battle ready and parade ready. So if you want to paint your miniatures quick, here's the basic steps, and then if you want to give it a little extra, here's some highlights and stuff. Here's the army gallery, which is pretty cool. A nice little tidy force. Really good. Here's the new tale of Four Warlords. So we have, let's see who's doing it this time. We've got Joel Martin. He looks like he's painting, I was going to say salamanders, but I don't think they are. They're the Sons of Medusa. Oh, they're cool. Don't see many of them. We've got Jonathan Stapleton, who's the White Dwarf photographer. He's painting Necrons, and they look really nice, really cold colours. They are fantastic. Drew Pallies is an heavy metal painter, and he is painting Sisters of Battle. Looks like he's doing the trick that a lot of the heavy metal painters and ex-heavy metal painters do, of to get an army painted, they'll paint the armour simple and then just do like faces and bases, it's called. So Darren Latham, Paul Norton, they've got these fantastic Space Marine armies where the armour's like plain silver, so all the highlights are natural off the shiny silver, but then they concentrate on all the other bits, so they can get the armour done really quickly, and then they can do the faces and bases, as it were. So here you can see nice silver armour, little shading, little highlighting, but incredible detail on the faces and stuff. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he talks about that. Here you have Lydia Grant, and she is painting orcs, and started off with some sickly grots. So they do look very sickly, but That is awesome. That's going to be a cool one to follow. Is that a gas mask? Amazing. Okay, that's going to be good. And then you've got Sons of Behemat, which is a huge chunk of the magazine. And you might think, well, I'm not into Sons of Behemat. Oh, where's my AOS Age of Sigma stuff? Well, Sons of Behemat, the Mega Gargants can be used in your armies. So, like, that's the one for the Death Forces. Obviously, their destruction can use all of them. That's the one for Order, and that's the Chaos one. So everyone should be interested in this. It's so lots of lore, and the designer's note's going to be fantastic to read. And there's the Gatebreaker Mega Gargant. Looks quite cool. Although, for me personally, I'd like to maybe have seen maybe an undead version of it. Bits of rib cage hanging out, you know, rotting flesh. A couple of little things like that. But he's very well and truly alive. He's just allied to them. Some paints to paint recipes. No real detail to those, but it's useful to have. Here's the paint recipes for this one, if you want to paint your Mega Gargants like that, which is quite cool. Looks like it's quite potentially maybe dry brushy with a few edge highlights, but that works. Here's the battle report. I haven't had a battle report for a few months, I don't think, so this is a welcome return. Nice big army picture with lists and points. Same with the Ogre Moor tribes. There's the mission. Nice big battle, so battle plan, or battlefield even, so we can actually see what's going on. I like that. That's pretty cool. And yeah, slow first turn by looks of it as they close the gaps. Yeah, so it's Jez Bickham and Ben Johnson playing the game. Then we've got some background lore, like a little short story. That's cool. Here's the Mega Brawl, the game, which is nice. Some attack action cards. Special rules. Then you've got Underworlds. So this is all about the current release for Underworlds, which is Diachasm. And yeah, that makes me wonder, actually. This is January's issue of White Dwarf, but we had the Mega Gargant come out last November, Diachasm in December. So I think potentially White Dwarf's fallen behind because of the pandemic. This isn't such new news. But yeah, it's interesting. We get some Blood Bowl. It's a Jim and Bob talking to each other. Yeah, it's just a decade in review, it says. What are they talking about? Sportsman's new season of Blood Bowl. Last time Jim Bob produced Boggenhafen Barons and the Thunder Valley Greenskins, two new teams competing in the 24-98 Blood Bowl Classic, and what a match that was. Viewers, the pitch was quite literally painted red. This month, our much beloved pundits are taking a look back at the last decade in which some decidedly underhanded things happened in the world of Blood Bowl. Okay, so it's like a little bit of background. Might produce some inspiration for your own Blood Bowl games. You might want to recreate some of those. The Maniples of War. Here we have Rob and Stephanie talking about Titan Legions. It's like they're talking about tactics. Quite cool. Yeah, it's a Tactica, so definitely talking about tactics. A new saga begins. So David Geimer, who writes the current Go Trek books and others, looks like it's a nice interview with him. And here's the new story by David. Skip these. You want to read it? Buy your own issue. And then outside the studio, we have some cool bikes, a little bit Blood Angel upgrades. This looks like it's Dan Harden's painting, very cool. Yeah, some nice hobby in the studio here. Those are Dan's towel. and a very, very nice Space Dwarf army. Very clean, very, very nice looking. Just beautiful painting by James Karch, who I follow on Twitter as well. And yeah, just incredibly neat and tidy, beautifully painted Space Wolf army to finish off on. The Charnel Kingdom. Is that vampires? It's vampires, I reckon. And there you go. That's it. The end of the magazine. Hope you enjoyed this flick-through review. Make sure to check out taylorpainters.com every day for news, hobby on the blog. And please subscribe and like this video if you liked it. If not, never mind. I'll try again in the next one. Thanks very much, guys. Cheers. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.